Unfortunately, I come bearing more bad news. I know that it's been a while since we have been super duper negative, but today I'm pretty sure that this is a terrible idea or update or just decision, because Roblox has now decided that they will not be supporting 2D classic clothing on the new UGC bundles. So before I forget, please make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and very quickly please join my Discord server. The invite code is ChloeGames and there is a link in the pinned comment. First of all, I think this all started from a discussion less than a week ago. Somebody made a dev forum post saying modesty layer should not be required on bundles that support 2D clothing. Basically, if you don't know what the modesty layer is, I guess if I show you this image right here, it's gonna make a lot of sense. It's pretty much just there to make sure that avatars are not completely naked and that people cannot use them in malicious ways. For avatars or bundles that look like these guys right here, that is gonna make a lot of sense because they are just humans. The modesty layer is almost necessary on things like this, especially for the fact that they take 3D clothing, which will just be placed over the modesty layer. The problem with 2D clothing and bundles that are going to support 2D clothing is the modesty layer on these 3D avatars is also 3D clothing, and as we know, 3D clothing goes on top of the classic 2D clothing. So in that case, if you were to find a UGC bundle that supports 2D clothing and you try, equipping your 2D clothing, the modesty layer is still going to show up on top of that 2D clothing. That's the problem here, and Roblox has basically just confirmed that they are going to continue to keep it that way because they just basically don't want to deal with it. So a Roblox staff has confirmed that 2D clothing will not be officially supported on UGC bundles due to concerns about malicious use. Only 3D clothing will currently be supported. Roblox is working on improvements, but for now the modesty layer is required on UGC bundles. They say it's not officially supported, which means some bundles, if they want to do that, they can still do that. For example, this is what my avatar looks like usually, and then I found this UGC bundle called The Brew. Apparently it supports classic 2D clothing. Once I equipped it, you can see that it definitely does, but you can also see the modesty layer that was on the original bundle still on top of my 2D clothing, and that is what the issue is, I guess. So the Roblox staff said, "I'm here to confirm that Roblox is not officially supporting 2D clothing on UGC bodies, only 3D clothing is officially supported for UGC bodies." What they mean by officially supporting is exactly what I just showed you, like the 2D classic clothing can still show up on these bundles that allows it and they support it, but because that was the decision of the person that made the bundle, it's not officially supported, it's unofficially supported, and that is why the modesty layer is still showing over the classic clothing. If Roblox was to officially support 2D clothing on UGC bundles, that modesty layer would be removed as soon as you put on the 2D clothing, which brings me to the next point, because there is also a modesty layer on the normal blocky 2D avatars. Even R6, R15, they also have some kind of a modesty layer. Back a while ago now, they did used to let you just remove all the clothes from your avatar and run around like it was nothing. To be fair, that was before we had the human avatars, and that was just like the 2D blocky avatars. It wasn't as bad, but eventually they did add the modesty layer, which if you remove your classic clothing from your avatar right now, you are going to see something that looks like this. It's going to give you this Roblox logo, a different colored torso, and then, little shorts, I guess, and that is the modesty layer. You cannot remove that. It's basically not equipped, it's just there to make sure that people aren't running around naked anymore. So if they can do that and add the modesty layer to the classic 2D blocky avatar, I don't understand why they can't do that for UGC bundles as well, because once you equip your own classic clothing onto your classic avatar, the classic modesty layer disappears. Why they can't do that for the UGC bundles, the 3D avatars, I really don't know. Like I said at the start of this video, I'm pretty sure it's because they just don't want to deal with it, because someone else in the replies said, like, would this not just come down to moderation? Which, yes, it absolutely would, and that's why I think that they don't want to deal with it, but I guess this is why it's being discussed right now. So please, the comments is the place to go. Tell me what you guys think about Roblox removing support for classic clothing on UGC bundles. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.